Hello everybody, my name is Jason. Welcome to the Game Warrior, and today we're going to talk about a game called Forest Shuffle. But before we do, got a little piece for you to listen to.
What you mean? What's going on? Ever since that song came out, every day they've been shuffling.
Every day they've been shuffling. Now I got another one for you. Listen up.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Yeah! Every day I'm shuffling. So here's the story for you. I'm at Saltcon. It's Thursday morning, and my friend Parker went to a convention out in Florida. A wonderful warm weather convention as opposed to the snow and cold up here in Utah. And he played a game called Forest Shuffle. And he said, oh my gosh, Jason, you can't get the game, and it's amazing. So I had heard someone at the Dice Tower say they loved it. They put it on their top 10 list, all right? And so I'd heard about it. And it was a little card game, and I was like, I'm not a fan of the word shuffle. Every day I'm shuffling. Like, that's just like, is it a dance game? I don't like the name. So we're going to meet, and we're going to play World Wonders. Very excited about that. I'm going to teach it to Parker. So we get down Thursday morning, very early, in the convention center, and he's got Forest Shuffle. He checked it out of the library. I was like, oh, okay, we'll just play this. We'll just get it over with. And then I can teach him World Wonders. So what happens is amazing. We sit down, we play it. About 5 minutes into it, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a game. Listen to me, look at me, this is a game. And it was the game of the convention. We kept it all that day, played it all day long, took it back in, checked it back out for the evening, gave it, Wednesday, no, this was Thursday. Thursday all day, gave it up Friday, checked on it in the library over and over again. Didn't see it. Went back Saturday morning, found it, played it all day long. We played some other games as well, but oh my gosh, everybody's shuffling. We were shuffling Forest Shuffle the whole time. So, what makes this game so great? Why have I got a 9 out of 10? Now, I will tell you, I warn you, I'm going to cut ahead to the future a little bit. By the end of Saturday night, I'm done with the game for a while. I need a break, literally. Mingus is on the hunt trying to buy it. I'll get it when it comes out. That's it, right? And I'll get the expansion. I can't wait for the expansion. I can't wait to play that. But, 2 full days of this game, I had my fill for a while. So it's still a 9. I don't know if it'll be a 10, but let's talk a little bit. And what we can do is we can look at some pictures, and that'll help me tell you a little bit about the game, right? So there's this board in the middle, and in the very simple things, and you can see this here on my screen, you can see trees. So on your turn, you're gonna play trees. And then on your turn, you can do one thing at a time, right? You can draw 2 from the deck, so more cards into your hand. You can pick up a card from the board that you see right here, right? You can play a card. And to play a card, every card has a number in the upper left-hand corner. See that? And see, these are ones. That's a beech tree, I believe, and I think that's a chestnut. And you have to pay 1 card, and when you pay it, you put it on the board, which is your cost. So you have to pay it from your hand. And then other people can go pick those cards up. And so you put a tree, and then you populate it. Right? This is a hare. Hare is free. There's birds. There's Buzzy. There's a gnat or a fly over there. There's cards that go under it as well. Maybe we'll see something like that. There you do. You can see these cards underneath it, right? And so you're building a forest of trees, and then you're populating it. Okay? You're populating it. And those all score you points. That's the mechanics. Now here's the experience. Here's the experience. It is so fun to build your forest out. It is so fun. You build a tree, you look at cards, you build things around it. And here's the thing. What they did is a very tight design. There's synergy through the cards. So if I put a card here and I got another card that scores off of that card, and there's so many strategies. You can go a bird strategy. You can go an underground strategy. You can go a predator strategy. You can go a tree strategy. You can go a butterfly strategy. You can do a bat strategy. There are so many ways to go. So many ways to go. And it's fantastic because of that. It is exciting. It's exciting on its own. The first thing is to build your little forest. You put a tree, and then on your turn, you put a little thing around it, and you start getting little things like that. You go, I'm building out a forest. That is fun. It's quick. That's also fun. You put your thing in, get 2 cards. Pay a card, put it in. I mean, it just goes around and around and around and around. It's fun. It's quick. Build the forest. But then what happens is you experience the synergistic connection between the cards. And that lights a part in your brain. It's pattern recognition. You go, oh, 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 oh. And you start to put patterns together. And then you score. And your first game, it depends on how many players there are, because it's a little different per player count. But maybe the first game I scored 30, right? I scored 30. The next game I scored like 60. The next game I scored 120. And so you start to get better in seeing the patterns, right? My wife Jenny and Parker played a 2-player game, and they played it full out, just those 2. And Parker broke 400 points, and she got like 388. It was just a mega game. And these patterns, it just builds, and it's just got this everybody shuffling. It's so fun to see the different patterns. And then you just try a different strategy and a different strategy. And I'll tell you, once I went all trees. I didn't put one creature in the trees. Not one. I just did trees, trees, trees. Everybody mocked me. Yeah, I won. It wouldn't work all the time because they thought I was goofing and like, you can't win without creatures. You can if they let you keep getting the best trees. So fantastic game. So Parker and I played and we're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, right? And then Jenny played, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then we brought Wade and Melanie in and we go, you're gonna love this game. And they're like, okay, oh, they loved it. Then we brought Tom and Crystal in and they're like, okay, whatever, it's the hot game. And then they loved it. I mean, everybody was shuffling. And I mean, it was just that kind of game. And one of the things I really liked about it was that it added excitement to my convention. Like, it was a game that got us all lit up, right? It lit you up. It got you excited. Will it last? I'm telling you already, there's a warning. You know, it'll be $30 when it comes out. It's fun. The art's awesome. The play is quick. It's just, everything's good about it. Will we burn out? Now, I will reveal to you one other thing that I have heard, is that if you look at the methods of winning, some might be better than others. And there are people out there, so if you dig too deep, you'll find some people say, oh, this strategy is imbalanced. It's better. It's always better to go that strategy if you can than this strategy. And so the game has gotten to like a Magic the Gathering level, very quickly picked apart. You know, like you play that and like, oh, you're going that strategy. I better stop you, you know? And the only way to really stop someone, because you really can't stop them, is on this mega board. When you pay your costs, if you see someone else play a card that you know your next person wants, right? Say they're collecting, you know, trees, and you're like, oh, or bats, and you see a bat, so you might take that bat and take it from them. I don't know. You might. You might also avoid playing a bat because you know they're going to pick it up. But it doesn't necessarily work that way, because if you're doing that, what are you going to do with it? You can use it to pay for another card, but then you're paying it and putting it back out for them to get. So there's no take that, you know. There's no card that says I cut your tree down. You can't do that. There's none of that. So it's just you play your game. But you do look at that board of all the discarded cards and pick from them. And sometimes you'll see a card that'll go down and you go, oh yeah, I want that. Like a fox. See, a fox, oh, this is not in English, so I can't remember what that did, but none of these are. Well, that's disappointing. All these cards are in some other language, but here we go. This is a Douglas fir, okay? And it's 5 points at the end of the game, and when you play it, you get an extra turn if you paid for it with this blue pine cone. So there's a lot of fun things you could do. It's just so multi-layered. Anyways, I've talked for 9 minutes and 26 cents. I've been shuffling and shuffling to tell you how exciting this game is. For $30, if you get it on Amazon, and when it comes out, or wherever you get it, Card Nerds or Miniature Market, wherever you find it, pick it up. Just pick it up, take it home. It'll get you, think about it. A group of 8 people, we just checked out from the library, so we didn't pay it. But had we bought it for $30, played it for all day Thursday, all day Saturday. You're not going to get better value for entertainment than that. You're just not. So dive in, get it. Go get this game, play it. When you're done, put it up for sale and or give it away. Fun game, well designed, tight. Yeah, there's probably some balance issues. There's, if they could go back and now that they've seen so many people play it. If you're not familiar with Magic the Gathering, you'll understand that designers and try to balance games as much as they can. They put it through as rigorous a testing procedure as they can. But then the real world gets it, and people just discover things. And so, like, my wife discovered kind of a little bit of a loophole, and she started winning a lot. And then people kind of stopped her, and they tried to imitate her. And if you're imitating someone who's doing say two people are going for the butterflies, which isn't the best strategy, I'll tell you right now, but then you're competing, right? And they're taking the best butterflies, and so that could be a problem. The best strategy is to pay attention to the card you start with, watch what's going on, and then make sure, to the best that you can that no one else is doing your strategy, and then drive a Mack truck through it, right? And so everyone who's talking about it does talk about balance issues, but in multiplayer games, it's less important than the balance than just putting your strategy into play. And here's the thing, it's fun. Like even when I lost, I'm like, wow, I got this huge force and these synergies, and I tried this one, and it didn't work, but I still had fun. It's fun strategy. I cannot recommend this enough. Go out and get Force Shuffle. It's not available right now as of March 5th, 2024, but when you get a chance, I think you're gonna like it. And I will leave you with this line, everybody is shuffling.